Have you ever seen Sandra Bullock in a way that makes you stop everything and just stare? Well, we are going to talk about a moment when Sandra showed a different side of herself, one so honest and real, it made people want to be alone and think deeply. If you think you know everything about Sandra Bullock, wait until you hear this story. It is not about movies or awards, but something much more personal. Stay with me, because this is something you will not forget. Sandra Bullock is famous for so many reasons. She has been in funny movies, action-packed films, and even some that make you cry. But behind all that fame and fun, Sandra has moments that show us the real person underneath. You might think celebrities always want to be seen and noticed, but sometimes, they surprise us by showing a different side, one that feels quiet, honest, and even a little bit lonely. Let me tell you about one special event. Sandra was invited to a very important party where lots of famous people were. Everyone was dressed up, talking loudly, and taking pictures. But Sandra did something different. Instead of joining the big crowd, she chose to be by herself for a while. She did not want to talk or laugh, she wanted to just sit quietly and think. It was like she was telling the world, sometimes, I just need to be alone. You know, being alone is not always a bad thing. It can be a way to feel better, to understand yourself, and to get ready for whatever comes next. And Sandra's moment reminds us all that even the happiest or most famous people need that time sometimes. Why do you think Sandra needed to be alone? Well, even if she looks strong and happy, she is human just like you and me. Everyone has feelings that can be hard to show. Maybe she was tired, or maybe she was thinking about something very important. This shows us something very important: it is okay to take a break from everything and just be by yourself. You do not always have to be busy or surrounded by people to feel okay. Sometimes, quiet moments are the best. Sandra's choice to step away and be alone was brave. It is not easy to say, I want to be alone when everyone else is having fun around you. But she did it anyway, and that is something to admire. When you see someone famous like Sandra doing this, it can help you feel better about your own feelings. Maybe you also want to be alone sometimes, and that is perfectly fine. Let us think about this for a second. Why do people feel like they always have to be busy or happy all the time? Sometimes, we forget that it is okay to slow down. Sandra's moment is a good reminder that being quiet and alone can help us find peace inside ourselves. Being alone helps us listen to our hearts and our thoughts. It is like giving yourself a little gift, a time to relax and recharge. Sandra's story shows that even when the world expects us to be on, we can choose to take a break. Now, you might wonder, how can we learn from Sandra Bullock's moment? Here are 3 simple ideas you can try when you feel overwhelmed or need a break. First, find a quiet place, maybe your room, a park, or even a corner in your house. Second, close your eyes and take deep breaths. Think about how you feel inside. Third, remember that it is okay to say no to some things if you need to be alone and feel better. If Sandra Bullock can take a moment to be alone in a busy, noisy place, then you can too. It does not mean you are lonely or sad, it means you are being kind to yourself. And here is something else: sometimes when you are alone, you might come up with your best ideas, or you might just feel calm and happy again. Those quiet moments can be powerful. Sandra showed us that even when people expect her to always be in the spotlight, she can choose what is best for her. And you can do that too. So, the next time you feel like everything is too much, or you do not want to talk or play, remember Sandra's moment. It is okay to want to be by yourself. It is okay to listen to your own heart. You do not have to share everything with the world. Sometimes, the best thing you can do is just be quiet, take care of yourself, and come back stronger. Thanks for spending time with me today to learn about Sandra Bullock's special moment. If you liked this story and want to hear more about real moments from famous people, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you do not miss out. And tell me in the comments, have you ever wanted to be alone like Sandra? What do you do when you need a quiet moment? I would love to hear your thoughts.